We are here with Kaleem Shabazz. Would you please introduce yourself to the listening audience?
First of all, good morning, Ray, and to the listening audience. My name is Kaleem Shabazz. As you mentioned, I'm honored and pleased to be the president of the Atlantic City branch of the NAACP. I just want to say congratulations to the radio station for its 40-year anniversary. Stockton is an icon in the Atlantic City community, as the radio station is. And the NAACP salutes Stockton in general, and you particularly, for the work that you do to communicate to people. It's important in this day and time that we have accurate, timely information when we have an era of so much disinformation, misinformation, and false information. So you do an invaluable service, and I'm honored to be a guest today.
Okay, so for those listeners who are not familiar, can you tell us what the initials NAACP stands for?
Okay. The NAACP stands for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the oldest civil rights organization in this country, founded in 1909 in the Niagara Falls by W.E.B. Du Bois, Mary Overton, and several other illustrious founders. And they really came together because of the epidemic of lynchings, mostly of African American men, but not only African American men across this country. Lynchings, not political lynchings, not psychological lynchings, but actual physical lynchings of African Americans across this country. And many times, in fact, almost 100% of the times, no legal action was taken against the perpetrators, and in some cases, law enforcement was involved in actually physically lynching people or covering up and making sure that no one was apprehended or brought to justice for the lynching of African Americans across this country. In fact, there's a book that I assigned my class to read. I'm an adjunct here at Stockton, full disclosure. It's called 100 Years of Lynching by a gentleman named Ginsberg, and he documents actual lynchings across this country. That was in newspapers, of first-hand eyewitness accounts. So lynching was epidemic in this country. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People was formed to stop that, to speak against it, and to advocate and agitate for civil rights and social justice for everyone in the country. And here we are, 114 years later, still doing the same thing. Obviously, there has been some changes in terms of the conditions of people who are oppressed and locked out of power, but there's still many things to fight for. Before we start, let me just say this. Our position, our meaning NAACP's position on our Haitian sisters and brothers, we stand united with the Haitian community. We are appalled and discouraged at the racist, outrageous, false accusations uttered by former President Trump in the debate, echoed by his vice president and mini-me, Mr. Vance. This allegation, this outrageous racist lie, it's not only just politics, because people will listen, they say, well, that's what people do in politics. No, that's not what people do in politics. That's not what people do in government. You don't tell lies about people. You don't castigate people. You don't do things that causes people to be in danger physically, and that's what this lie against our Haitian community that is here in the United States, especially in Springfield, Ohio, has done. It has caused them to have death threats. It's caused the mayor to hire extra security, the mayor of Springfield I'm talking about.
Right.
Caused schools to close down, hospitals to close down. It has caused the Republican governor of Ohio to send the National Guard there. So it's not only causing a psychological cause, it's causing a financial cause, and it's something that needs to be denounced and deplored and stopped. And former President Trump should be ashamed of himself. So should J.D. Vance, who happens, listen to this, Brother Tyler, J.D. Vance is not only the Republican vice president nominee in this general election, J.D. Vance is the sitting U.S. Senator from Ohio. So he is responsible for his constituents being under pressure for violence because of his actions. So I wanted to say that that's the NAACP's position on our Haitian sisters and brothers and on racism in American politics.
Thank you. As a matter of fact, I had that on my list of topics to discuss, so I'm glad that you brought that up and got that out of the way. And also, you brought up lynching. Now, we don't have the time to get into the details of that, so I'm going to have to bring you back or discuss that in another time. If you're a person of a certain age or mindset, you might think of lynching as something that you've seen on cowboy movies, and when it came to people of color and the process of lynching, it was much more degrading, much more violent, and often involved terrorizing whole communities.
Absolutely.
So, but we'll talk about that in detail a little bit later. Have you reached out to the, with regards to Springfield, Ohio? I believe they have a branch of the NAACP in Springfield. Have you heard from them yet?
I'm happy to report that the branch in Springfield, Ohio is very active, has been in close contact with the Haitian community, and that branch embodies what we do in the NAACP. We stand up, we speak up for those people who are locked out of power, for those communities that are oppressed, and we lift them up. Not only in Atlantic City and New Jersey, across the country. As you know, Brother Tyler, there are 2,200 NAACP branches in this country, and each one of them has the same core mission. Obviously, there are different local conditions that you speak to, but the general mission is to uplift people, to speak for social justice, civil rights, for every community, and those people who are locked out of power, those people who are marginalized, those people who are discriminated against because of their affection, because of their handicap, because of their creed, their language, their religion, whatever causes them to be treated in a disequal way. That's not a word, I'm making that up. In a way that is not equitable and just, we are against that, and we advocate by every legal, morally justified means to fight against it.
Okay. Has there been any reports, hopefully not, prayerfully not, any reports of negative effects in the local Haitian community based on Donald Trump's remarks at the debate?
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm glad you brought that up. We are not perfect in Atlantic County, but I'm happy to say that we have an active interfaith community. We have, at the NAACP, we have active relations with our law enforcement, and we're in contact with them on an ongoing basis. Our state police colonel, Mr. Callahan, said that on blue sky days, when things are not happening, you need to have relationships and communication, so when you have days that are not blue sky days, you have something to build on. I am happy to report that we have been doing this. We have been in communication, working with people. In fact, we have a group called Bridge of Faith, which we meet on a regular basis. In fact, we'll meet this Thursday at the Margate Community Church at 12 o'clock, and this is one of the issues that we are targeting, to make sure that we stand up for each other and make sure we don't let people be ostracized, and to make sure more than that, although it's a nonpartisan group, that no one who has the ability and the great opportunity to run for public office uses hate and racism as a tool successfully. Obviously, you can't monitor people's speech, but you can make sure that if you run for public office, that hate and violence and racism is not rewarded.
Thank you.